channel, you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about some retired American Girl dolls that I don't think I'll ever own in my collection. Whether this may be because of look-wise, value, we're going to be diving into those details today. So I hope you guys stay tuned and enjoy the video. One of the very first dolls that I don't think I'll be owning in my collection, which might come to a surprise to some of you, is Lindsay. Lindsay is American Girl's first ever doll of the year that came out in 2001. Lindsay, I think, is a very pretty doll, although when I was first introduced to American Girl and I really did my research and wanted to find out who the first girl of the year was, and I discovered Lindsay, I would look through her through eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, all these other websites that you could find her in since she is retired, and I've yet to find a Lindsay in good condition. As far as her hair, her hair is not necessarily curly. It does have a little bit of a curl at the bottom of it, but I wouldn't consider her like a textured doll hair type. So because of that, the only Lindsays I've ever seen being sold anywhere have either been really overpriced and not the best quality of a doll, and I just don't see myself ever having her and fixing her up unless she was really worth the money to me and I saw her being somewhat salvageable. One thing I will say about Lindsay is I actually really do want her meat outfit. I 100% prefer the older meat outfits compared to the newer ones, and this one is just so cute. Like her striped colored legging with the khaki skirt and then her little blue sweater is just something I really want in my collection. I think it would be a really unique piece. But regardless, Lindsay is pretty and absolutely no hate towards her. I just really think that the main factor for her not ever being in my collection is one, because of the price and condition she would come in, and second off, I just don't think she would be that unique to my collection. The next American Girl doll that I don't think I'll ever own is gonna be Kaylee. Kaylee is Girl of the Year of 2003, and I have never liked Kaylee ever, even when I first found out about American Girl. I've never liked line eyebrows, and that is what Kaylee has. I just prefer having feathered eyebrows. If your doll has line eyebrows, it really depends on the face mold of your doll. Like, it has to suit her. I know I'm not the only one who doesn't really prefer line brows, but like on Truly Me number 21, it looks good on her. So see, it just depends what their facial features look like. I've also seen a lot of pictures of Kaylee on eBay where they look like the doll has some discoloration to it. She's either turning yellow or orange, or she's like looking whiter than normal. And I don't know what's cause of this. I don't know if it's because it's one of the older American Girl dolls. You know, over time, of course, the dolls don't look exactly the same as they did when you first buy them. So it could just be an age thing, but yeah, I don't really need another blonde in my collection right now either, so I just don't see myself ever buying her. She does sell for a reasonable amount of money. I've seen some Kaylee sell for like $40-50 on Marketplace, so you can definitely find one if she's a doll that you're definitely interested in. The next American Girl doll that I don't ever see myself adding is going to be Kirsten. Now, I know a lot of people love Kirsten because she is one of the original 3 American Girl dolls. I don't have anything necessarily to pick at with Kirsten, besides the fact that she is another blonde. She's really cute. I really like the way that they have her hair and her braids. I've heard a lot of people say if you ever get Kirsten, don't ever take her braids out of her hair, which I wonder why. Like, I feel like her braids look easy to replicate, but I definitely could be wrong. I wouldn't know unless I actually had her in my collection. I'm not a huge fan of American Girl dolls with bangs. Like, I'm very picky. Even with my American Girl doll Samantha, like, I love her, but sometimes her bangs bother me. I don't know what it is. It's just the pie bangs, honestly, and that's what Kirsten has. I think her main outfit is adorable, but we do have to focus and stay on topic as far as the actual doll itself and not their clothing. So because Kirsten is another doll with blonde hair and blue eyes, I just don't see myself adding her, as she wouldn't really add much diversity to my collection, and that's something I really do want to keep in mind when buying all these American Girl dolls. Since they can be quite pricey, I want to make sure I'm getting my money's worth and adding a doll to my collection that I really love. So Kirsten is a great doll. I know Kirsten is a really valuable addition to a lot of people's collections, whether that may be because you grew up around her time period for a lot of my adult collectors, or she was one of your first ever American Girl dolls. I've just never felt that personal connection with her myself, so if I did ever end up getting her, it's because I found her for a really good price, like locally at a thrift store. The next American Girl doll that I would never ever add to my collection is a doll that I've actually mentioned in a video before that someone commented, why did I call Tenney Grant an ugly doll? And okay, it's not necessarily that Tenney is ugly. I don't like calling people ugly. I know they're dolls. I don't like calling dolls ugly either. It's just specifically in that video, Tenney looked really messed up and she was in really, really bad shape that even I didn't see any fixing her, and I love restoring American Girl dolls. So yeah, and because of that, I just don't think Tenney is a really pretty doll, and I really don't like her lip color. I've never been a huge fan of Tenney Grant from the very beginning. I don't necessarily what it was that made me really dislike her overall appearance. I think though the main thing has to be her lip color. Like if I really had to nitpick at something, she has this really weird kind of dark pink color to her lips, and I don't know what they were doing adding that to her, because it almost looks like she has clown makeup on. Like it's very, very vibrant, and I don't like it. And I'm really sorry if you have Tenney. You know, we all don't like the same thing, and we all don't dislike the same thing. So it is just my opinion, but I just also think that the color of her lips don't work with her eye color. Her eye color is like a really light brown, which is pretty, but just together it doesn't match. And then on top of that, her freckles seem to look all over the place. Like with every single Tenney Grant that I've seen, I feel like there's a lot of different prints on each and every one of them. Like none of them are identical, and I've never liked any of them. I will say the pink curl on the side of her hair is really pretty. I do like her hair because it's nice and long. It is blonde, but at least her hair has like a little bit of a wave to it, so it's a bit more unique than just a regular straight blonde haired American Girl doll. I also really dislike a lot of Tenney's outfits as well as her meat outfit. I know that people use her as like an American Girl doll that looks really similar to Taylor Swift. And I love Taylor Swift. Like, I'm a Swiftie, but this doll is not it. It's not. No. No. Just, yeah, I'm gonna stop right there. The next American Girl doll that I'll never own in my collection is gonna be Nikki, and this is Girl of the Year of 2007. Now, the reason why I don't think I'll ever own Nikki in my collection is just because she looks a lot like Sage to me. They have the same colored eyes and the same freckles and same skin color. The only difference between them is honestly just their wig. I know Nikki is a doll that a lot of people tend to find at a thrift store because she's a very common American Girl doll that a lot of people had in their collections. I do like her meat outfit, and I do think she's pretty just because of how similar she looks to Sage. I don't think I'll ever own her because if it has to be between Nikki and Sage, I definitely think that Sage wins like 1000% as far as uniqueness and look wise. The next doll is gonna have to be a doll that I'm even surprised I'm gonna be saying this, but it's gonna be Felicity. Now, I used to really want Felicity, but I have Truly Me number 61, and although they don't necessarily look alike, they do share some characteristics that make them look similar. If I ever owned Felicity, it would actually be the Be Forever version of her, not the Pleasant Company one. I know the Pleasant Company version is worth more money and is more valuable, but I personally like her Be Forever meat outfit more. I know a lot of people didn't like her meat outfit, but I wasn't mad at it. I actually like the teal blue color and yellow pattern that is on her meat outfit dress, and I think it really makes the color of her eyes pop out even more because Felicity's eyes are really bright green and they're really pretty. But I've tried looking for a Be Forever Felicity now that she is retired again, and I've only seen some being like over $140 being sold on eBay, which isn't a crazy amount of money compared to like dolls like Sonali or Truly Me number 4 that are really valuable and rare. But I've never liked purchasing used dolls at a full price like that, so if I did find a Felicity, it would have to be for a good deal, and I would only end up picking her up if she is the Be Forever version of her. The next American Girl doll that I'll never own is going to be Emily. My only complaint about Emily once again has to be those lined eyebrows. I really don't think that they suit Emily's face, and I wonder what she looks like with actual feathered eyebrows. If anyone customed their Emily and did feathered brows on her, I would love to see a picture because I think Emily overall is really pretty. It's just the brows don't work on her, and they're not working for me. I do have to say, now Emily's meat outfit is gorgeous. Like, I love the colors of her meat dress, and I love that it has a touch of red to it because her hair is not necessarily brown, it's not a redhead, it's like right in the middle of it, a really pretty ombre color, and the color of her dress definitely does make her eyes pop out, that nice pretty blue. I would only ever buy Emily if she came in her entire meat outfit and accessories, because just Emily by itself I don't think is that unique I feel like her meat outfit really does help her a lot, and it definitely adds value to this doll. But without it, I just don't see myself ever getting her. Last but not least is Ivy Link. Hearing me say this doll might hurt a lot of y'all's feelings, and it's nothing against Ivy whatsoever. Now that I have a good amount of American Girl dolls in my collection, instead of just buying them all over the place every time I see a doll for a good price, I'm actually really trying to pick ones that are super unique to me and that fit in my collection. I have quite a bit of Josephina face molds already, and Ivy Ling would be another Josephina face mold. My favorite part about Ivy is her hair, but although I really do want an Asian doll in my collection, I would think of adding dolls like Truly Me number 84, Corinne, Truly Me number 4. These are all dolls that I'd add before I ever thought about getting Ivy, just because I feel like they're more unique. Ivy definitely brings a lot of nostalgia back to when I first started collecting as a kid, I will give her that. But judging from her prices, she's honestly all over the place. If you look her up on eBay, she can go from as low as $140 to as high as $400. I don't think Ivy's worth $400. Truly Me number 4, yes, I see her being worth that much. But Ivy Ling, I feel like her prices, it really just depends on the seller and however they choose to list her. I will forever love that Ivy was the first Asian character that was listed from the American Girl historical line, but I never really got a chance to actually know her as a kid, and I didn't really hear much of her growing up, so I feel like she's always been a doll that's been more at the back of my mind. Another thing about Ivy is that she has one of the smallest collections of any best friend American Girl doll with only 2 outfits. I like collecting a lot of the American Girl dolls collections and different pieces that they have to offer, and the fact that Ivy only has 2 is definitely not something that is her fault. It's obviously on American Girl, but because of that, it's another factor as to why I'd probably never get her. She also looks really similar to another doll that I'm actually interested in, which is Just Like You number 54. And if I had to pick between 54 and Ivy, I would have to go with number 54. I just feel like she's more unique, and I love that her hair has that natural flip at the very bottom where it kind of goes inward. And I like how her bangs are not pie bangs and don't go all the way to the top of her head, but are more so towards the front. And so because of these reasons, Ivy would just have to be at the bottom as far as adding an Asian mold to my collection. So that concludes the end of today's video, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my thoughts and opinions of all of these dolls. And once again, I sincerely hope that I didn't hurt anyone's feelings. If you guys own any of these dolls in your collections, please don't get mad at me for stating my opinion. This is a free space, and I want everyone to feel comfortable in sharing what your guys' thoughts and opinions are too. I saw a lot of people doing this type of video, and I thought it was really interesting, so I thought I'd go ahead and film one myself. I had a lot of fun going over these dolls with you guys. If you didn't already notice, I mainly went over only historical dolls and Girl of the Year dolls, so I might make another video like this sometime in the future going over the Truly Me dolls that I'll never own in my collection. As always, I am so happy to have you all here, and I'm really thankful for each and every one of your guys' support. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, and don't forget to hit that like button and stay tuned for more, and turn your notification bell on to get notified every time I post a new video. Subscribe if you guys would like to join the family and come back for more. Make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. Bye everyone!